welcome to 7thSense. Would you like to program a Delta timeline ahead of receiving actual media files, saving yourself programming time on site, or simply aiding in the design of how a show will be laid out? Placeholder resources in the Delta GUI can be used for just this purpose, as stand-ins for actual media assets. These symbolic resources can be used to populate your timeline and assign the necessary parameters to. When you get the actual content, you can swap out these placeholder assets using the replace function. This function retains all existing media parameters such as duration, size and location, negating the need for further manual input. Let's jump into the Delta GUI and see how this and other associated features can be used in practice. Placeholder assets can be found in the resource pool for both images and movie assets. They are identified not only by name, but with a PH logo in the bottom left corner of the asset icon. Just with ordinary assets, you can simply drag them onto the timeline or double-click the asset to position them to a defined layer and time. Remember to enable looping if you want to extend the duration of the movie placeholder. To add additional placeholders, simply drag another from the resource pool, or use Ctrl and drag to copy one already on the timeline. This way you can template your show quickly. You can set up all the parameters and name the placeholders for what's intended later. When you're ready with your media, you can replace the placeholders easily by holding Ctrl as you drag the final media directly onto the placeholder. See those arrows? That means your movie will replace the placeholder with the real thing. The parameters of the movie you just added are the same as those of the placeholder. Let's replace a movie clip with a different one. It doesn't just work for placeholders, but for any movie, image, audio, or capture asset. But wait, did you know you can clone the parameters of one media item for another of the same type? Maybe you need the same size, location, or opacity? That's just as easy. By holding Ctrl and Shift as we drag the movie over a placeholder or other movie, instead of replacing it, it lands in the same layer, but adopting the same parameters. We can then move it as required. There's a time saver for you. Remember that information on this and other topics can be found on our portal at portal.7thsensedesign.com. Thanks for watching.